Hi, my name's Tim. I'm from Elma Wine and Liquor. Today I have a very special guest with me with his wines from Portugal. This is Luis Duarte. And he's the winemaker for all of these wonderful wines, plus a bunch more. Some of them very highly rated and all very delicious. So we are going to go through these four wines and taste them and let Luis tell us a little bit about each one. So, where should we start?
Let's start with white. Okay, Rubrica White from 2015. It's a blend from Alentejo, south of Portugal, very close to Lisbon. And it's a blend with three different grapes: Antão Vaz, Verdelho, and Viognier.
Okay.
Part of this blend fermented in French oak barrels, and after the alcoholic fermentation stayed more or less during 6 months, aging with the lees, with the batonnage. The idea not to show too much the oaky aromas, I don't like, but that's what the taste. Let's check if it's okay.
Yeah, I smell some of that. Is it some of the yeast? The smell on the nose a little bit. Really nice. Almost like a little bit of a tropical fruit note at the beginning, and that creaminess from the leaves. Really nice, smooth texture. Very kind of heavy in the mouth, and very nice long finish on that.
White flowers too.
Yes, yeah. And so that
Viognier, a little bit spicy.
That's the Viognier grape is what brings out that little spiciness characteristic.
Yeah.
Very nice. And the name Rubrica?
Rubrica. Rubrica means signature.
Signature.
Yeah, it's my signature.
Nice. And the vineyards, you're all estate owned? You grow everything?
Yeah. We have 10 hectares in our house, a small estate, where we have 5 red grapes and 4 white grapes. And it's it. We blending, we ferment separate, and after in the end we blend. And it's it.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So we started with your signature wine. What should we move to next?
Perhaps the rosé.
Okay.
This rosé is from another region, from Vinho Verde region, north of Portugal.
Vinho Verde, which a lot of people might recognize as a more synonymous with a white, easy drinking summer wine from Portugal.
Yeah. And this is I make this wine from Vinhão grape. It's a difficult grape to make rosé wines because inside the skins the pulp is red too, but we don't give contact with the skins, and we try to pick the grapes very early, so don't give too much color. And the idea is produce a wine very fresh for the summer season, and I believe goes very well with seafood.
Very nice. Get a lot of like watermelon and fresh strawberries on the nose, and very light, very fresh. Little citrus at the end that kind of leaves your mouth watering, wanting some more. Very nice wine for the summer. You said that the pulp of the grape is red?
Yes.
Which is interesting. Not many grapes have red pulp, right?
In Alentejo we work with Alicante Boucher. After we taste 2 different wines that I produce with Alicante Boucher, it happened with the same, with this grape, Alicante. Not typical for a rosé style, but the grape is very typical in Vinho Verde region.
Nice. Okay. And then
this is close. We taste the Rubrica.
We'll go back to the other signature wine.
Yeah. 2013, and it's a big blend because I use 5 different grapes. Alicante Boucher, the grape that I told you about, the pulp, red pulp, and after Torriga Nacional, very important grapes in Portugal, Aragonês is sempre Tempranillo, and Syrah, and Petit Verdot. The idea is produce a wine more serious, more full body, but with elegance, and wine that respect our terroir. It's a small vineyard with 10 hectares in our house, in Carrapateu, it's a small house in Alentejo. And after the alcoholic fermentation, I ferment in open fermenters, we call in Portugal lagares. And after the alcoholic fermentation, the wine aged during 12 months in French oak barrels, new barrels.
So the Syrah grapes and the Petit Verdot, most of my viewers would be familiar with, and then the other 3 grapes are very common grapes in Portugal, and that the Aragonés is also known as Tempranillo in Spain, which most people know from the Riojas and Duero wines as well. This is
in Douro they call Tinto Roriz.
Okay. Oh, okay. Same grape, lots of different names. Yeah. So if you feel like you don't understand Spanish or Portuguese wines, don't worry, you're not alone. There's a lot of us that don't. They like to keep us on our toes by calling the same grape different names. This is just a beautiful wine. A lot to it, just very complex, but almost easy drinking at the same time. It's just
with a good potential.
Very good punch.
I believe too much young yet.
Yeah, and I was telling somebody else earlier, I tried this wine about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and I didn't like it as much as I like it today. It's drinking already so much better. So this is definitely a wine to have to pick it up, hold on to it for a little bit longer, or pick up a few bottles and try one every year and see how it changes and evolves. This is a wine that's made to kind of change as it goes a little bit older. Very nice. And then we'll go backwards. This wine got magically opened.
Yeah. Interesting, yeah. Now is Rapariga da Quinta. Rapariga da Quinta means a girl from a state.
Okay.
My wife. Yeah, it's a blend with 3 different grapes. The vintage is 2015, and the grapes are Aragonês, Tempranillo again, because in Alentejo we use a lot Aragonês, and Torriga Nacional and Alicante Boucher. Alicante Boucher is a very important grape for us because the color and when you control the production is very, very important for like body wines and appeared in Alentejo a long time ago, and now we consider our grape, Portuguese grape.
Yes.
And after this after alcoholic fermentation, the wine aged during 12 months with the new French oak and the used oak, not only new French oak. A complex wine, full body.
Yeah, some nice fruit flavors in there, but also some nice strong tannins and good complexity as well. A little bit of acidity, but not overpowering at all. So what's the difference between the new and the used oak? How does that impact the wine?
The new oak, when you age doing sometime in a new oak, you have more micro-oxygenation from the new oak because you know the oxygen enter more easy, and you can give more tannins from the wood to the wine. And when you don't need this, and when you don't want to show too much oaky aromas, you use the used barrels, and this way you maintain more the fruity wines and don't to show oaky aromas, don't show too much oaky aromas. The market changed. know, and in the past we use a lot oak for aging wine, but now people prefer to maintain the fruit, and I believe for to do this you need change the barrels, don't use a lot of new barrels, but start using more used barrels. I used the barrels during 4 years, and these wines aged in the barrels with second use and third use.
Very nice. Great wines, and you're right of the style. I see a lot of wine drinkers that like that fruitier expression.
Fruity,
so that's so if you're a person that likes those fruitier wines, you're going to be wanting to look for wines that are aged in used oak barrels instead of the new oak. So thank you very much. One final question before we go is, you've been in the wine industry for over 20 years now. What's your favorite thing about the industry?
To make wines.
It's simple enough.
The moment that you need to create something, when you receive grapes, during 1 year you pass the year thinking with the grapes, and the climate conditions, and when you receive the grapes, the most important phrase for me is create something important for the market, for me, that respect, where you are, and the idea that you want to make. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, or for
Thank you very much.
joining me. And to all of you, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.
Cheers.